The Desertx Rally is built to be a thoroughbred adventure machine, as the most hardcore road-legal off-road machine to come from Ducati in recent history. Based heavily on the standard Desertx, the Rally comes equipped with motocross-inspired long-travel suspension, more ground clearance, and a host of additional tweaks including a more durable exterior and lighter, stronger wheels. The Rally shares the same base engine and chassis platform as the standard Desertx, which is already an impressive performer both on tarmac and dirt. Yet even so, Ducati wanted something even more capable, even more hardcore, and even more luxurious, which would not only improve its capabilities off-road, but allow them to market the standard model to a more road-biased audience too. And that's exactly what they have done. Off-road, the Desertx Rally is a sublime machine with a suspension and chassis setup that allows the Rally to be ridden with incredible confidence and precision. The front end is impressively connected to those big tall bars, and with just a set of dirt-biased Scorpion Rally off-road tires, it feels like a competition machine, with the poise and precision of a motocrosser half its weight, especially when trawling through sand or landing jumps. Yet it still retains an impressive level of usability on road too, thanks to its nimble nature, friendly motor, and compliant suspension. There isn't an offensive amount of dive through those incredibly long forks, while the extra height and lighter rims make for an agile beast at both high and low speeds. The 937cc Testostretta motor is still a lovely unit on the road, feeling soft and gentle in the lower power modes, and reactive and excitable when unleashed in sport mode with a more direct throttle response. Mind you, the 910mm seat height is hard work if you're lacking in the leg length department. And the stand is a pain to use too, without a lug or catch to assist in getting it up or down with ease. It's expensive, it's leg-shakingly tall, and it isn't the comfiest mile muncher by any stretch of the imagination. But thanks to its new suspension, wheels, and subtle tweaks, the Desertx Rally truly does take adventure bikes to the next level with its unrivaled nature off-road. For road riders, the standard model will still be the better fit, especially if seat height is an issue. However, if you want something built for heavy-duty, hardcore off-roading, Ducati have created one of the best high-capacity adventure bikes for off-roading that you can ride out of a showroom today. The standard Desertx is absolutely no slouch, but the new KYB setup on the Rally really takes it to the next step when it comes to feedback and control off-road. Although the chassis is largely the same as the standard model, the suspension is vastly different. The KYB forks are now not only longer by 20mm and thicker by 2mm, but also house a closed cartridge system. This system is common for enduro and motocross machines and maintains pressure to keep feedback constant, especially when the going gets gnarly. Alongside this, the new KYB shock comes equipped with a massive 46mm piston, which has a bladder pressurized system too. Unlike on so many heavier off-road machines, there is little impression of the weight at speed. The KYB forks and shock work in perfect unison to deliver so much support, yet somehow they're also so progressive through the stroke. It's like absolute magic, as even when landing big bumps and jumps it never crashes through to the stops, soaking up landings with the prowess of a motocross bike, while the new seat and reworked pegs and levers make standing a natural and comfortable affair. It's constant too, as even after 100 miles of almost continued abuse in the Moroccan heat, there was absolutely no fade from the componentry thanks to the consistency that a closed cartridge system offers. It's the same setup that Antoine Mio claimed an Erzberg Rodeo Prologue win with, yet even at an average to slow pace, the Desertx Rally wasn't an intimidating animal, but a confidence-inspiring weapon that allows the envelope to be pushed, whether that's crossing in and out of ruts or motoring through thick sand in 4th and 5th gear. In the UK, where much of the green lanes are slower and more technical, it would probably be worth knocking some preload and compression of both ends in order to utilize the full range of the suspension. On tarmac, the Rally is just as impressive. The whole machine has been raised, and it is incredibly light on its feet too, with a level of agility that is reminiscent of a supermoto, aided by a lighter set of wheels and less unsprung weight for easy direction changes. Thanks to the incredible tech and development that has gone into crafting the new suspension, it doesn't feel like a rally machine when pushing on. Where some bikes crash through the initial part of the stroke under heavy braking, the Rally is well supported, even under a big yank of those mighty Brembos. The addition of an Öhlins steering damper keeps things far more stable than such a tall machine has the right to be at higher speeds, which means that even with off-road biased rubber, the Big Duke is still happy to sit at 70 miles per hour without any worries. In terms of comfort, the seat isn't the softest unit for a long ride, and although there's little buffeting, the screen is pretty small in its coverage from the elements and non-adjustable. The Rally houses the exact same 937cc L-twin motor as the standard Desertx, which is also seen in the Ducati Multistrada V2, the Ducati Supersport and the Ducati Monster. However, like with the standard model, it's geared shorter with different ratios, in order to aid in acceleration and off-road prowess, while 5th and 6th gear act as an overdrive. On tarmac, the L-twin motor is as sublime as it always has been. In urban and touring modes with a softer application of power, the 937cc motor is impressively docile, which makes it happy to bimble along at single digits and still smooth to operate at single-digit speeds. The quickshifter is a pleasure to use at all speeds, and in sport mode there's an impressive level of urgency from the Testostrada motor. Thanks to the long, high gears, it's not too buzzy at motorway pace either. As with the standard Desertx, the motor lends itself to being a corker on the dirt, offering up very different experiences dependent on the riding mode selection and the application of riding aids. In enduro mode, with the riding aids dialed up and the power softened, the Rally offers up a really calm and sensible delivery of power, feeling both controlled and composed. On the flip side, in enduro mode with everything switched off and with full power on tap, it's an exciting uncaged beast that is just as happy pinging of the limiter and firing itself sideways and forwards as it is climbing out of slow technical sections a gear or two too high. Because of the sheer amount of torque on offer, you can be lazy with the gearbox too. It's quite a thirsty motor though, and being heavy-handed with the throttle will result in fuel consumption figures in the low 30s where MPG is concerned, which isn't ideal on those longer stints in the saddle. Up close, the finish and build quality of the Desertx Rally looks good with premium kit and lovely detailing, from the etching on the top yokes to the stitching on the seat. One element that may deter people slightly is the application of the graphics, which are thick PVC in order to be more durable. Mind you, it's easily customizable and does give it a racer-esque, rugged nature that is appealing in its own right. Although there have been a few owner quibbles here and there, the 937cc motor is resilient, and the alterations to make the components a little more durable are welcome, especially if you fancy going off-road. Frustratingly though, the air filter is still located under the tank, which makes it a pain to clean if you really do like to go extreme, according to Ducati. In order to relocate it, they would have to redesign near enough the whole of the chassis, tank, and airbox layout to accommodate. Equipped with the monstrously impressive KYB suspension setup, an Öhlins steering damper, high-specification wheels, and a host of other goodies including Brembo brakes, the Rally is not short of bling when it comes to hardware. In terms of electronics, it's much of the same story, as the Rally comes equipped with the same interface as the standard Desertx, including 6 rider modes and just about every rider aid under the sun. There are 4 road modes with 2 for off-roading enduro mode, which I had at 75 bhp, and a direct throttle response, alongside rally mode, which is the beastly full power mode, and a limited amount of electronic intervention. The algorithms have been updated slightly for the Rally, allowing for more precise intervention on more off-road biased tires. However, it would have been nice to have heated grips as standard alongside a slightly bigger tank than the base model. An 8-liter auxiliary tank is available as an optional extra.